Hello and welcome to Touch the Plane Tarot. Today is a special reading because it's a collaboration with the Fifth Rabbit Studios. Meredith from the Fifth Rabbit Studios has graciously supplied us with 3 original pieces of art to help us choose our groups today. She has a lot of experience in all things graphic design and marketing related, as well as commissions for custom pieces of art. So if you are interested in the Fifth Rabbit Studios services, the website will be in the description box below, and check out what she has to offer. Group 1, we have the Palm with the Malachite. For group number 2, we have the Ear with the Sodalite crystal. And for group number 3, we have the Mushroom, and that is with the Lepidolite crystal. Please take your time to tune in to which reading or readings are calling you today. We're going to keep this message really open, and it will be a message from the universe for exactly what you need to hear at this time. I'll leave the camera running for just a moment while you choose your group. And once you find your group, find it in the description box below, and I'll see you there. Thank you. Hi, group number 1, and welcome. Let's find out what message the universe, wow, that really wanted to jump out. What message the universe has for you today. The Sea Witch. Can we have more messages? What does group 1 need to know today? Theology. And the High Priest. Okay, we have Queen of Pentacles. We have more information. What does group number 1 need to know today? It's so interesting for that card to have come out whenever I was shuffling. It was on the bottom of the deck. Twice, I think. This one's the one I'm feeling. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Let's get one more. Five of Wands. I went to check the guidebook for the meaning of the Sea Witch card, and interestingly, I started to read card number 51 by accident. There's something inherent in that happening right now. There's something going on in your world. Excuse me, I bumped the light. in your world that's acting as a distraction. This is why the Devil card wanted to come out. That can be a sabotaging energy. And by that, it seems that the pursuit of the practical day-to-day life, this could be financial security, job security, these are important things. And that's something, that's why Five of Wands represents competition. That feels as though it's competition for your energy and attention. And these things are indeed important. Stability and being able to have what you need, of course, that is important. But is it keeping you from seeing a deeper meaning? The palm here, I think that it's a message of duality here. On one hand, it's saying stop. It's saying, pause, put the brakes on, or it could be saying, like when you're in school and you raise your hand to ask a question. It's a message trying to get your attention. And at the same time, when we look at it from an energetic point of view, the palm is an energy center. That is, in Reiki training, one of the things that you do in the beginning is you begin to feel the energy that comes from the palm. It's a channel for energy flow. And it seems to be a message that's telling you to look deeper. The Sea Witch is a youthful figure. She's very childlike here in this representation, and she's not afraid to go into the depths of emotions. The same is true for the Malachite crystal. The Malachite crystal could be very powerful for stimulating things like Akashic records, being able to channel knowledge, much in the same way that the palm can channel energy. This can be a gateway into past life recollection. It can be a gateway to astral travel. It's asking for a deeper look. There's something you're not seeing yet. The King of Cups has showed up here to help guide you. The Suit of Cups in the tarot is really about emotions, and I see both the King and the Queen of Cups as people who have been able to be in touch with and let their emotions guide them. In a state of wisdom, not a state of impulsivity, a state of wisdom. The King of Cups would have the discernment and experience to identify when there is a distraction, and to be able to keep his sight on something that might have importance more in the depths of your soul. And sometimes it's those callings that lead us to our truth, and to our abundance, and to the path we truly should be following. And that is something that can feel very uncomfortable when we're in a routine of seeking the pentacle. You go to work every day, you do the job the same way, you work the same hours, you have to keep that moving. Whereas that routine could indeed be mentally bogging you down and creating an emotional fatigue that's not allowing you to see deeper. This is calling you to I want to say break that cycle of thought. Break the cycle of thought. And reevaluate. Really get clear and study. You have theology here. Use your intuition and your emotions as information that can then inform your next move. There's a curious sense about the young childlike figure here and her cute fish. There's a sense of innocence there. And this is a unique card because she's got a windmill, and the windmill can propel her through the depths of the ocean, which is a really unexpected method of travel. Yet I get the sense that this character would be drawn to certain things that pique her curiosity, and then is able to move in that direction. And that's not a fast movement. That's a slow, steady movement, but a movement with intention. The page energy might have the desire to move towards something deeper and more profound, but doesn't have the experience to be able to know how to make that move forward to it. There's I'm actually drawn to the bunny here in the Queen of Pentacles card. So the Queen has she can see the depths, but she also has the experience to know how to move forward toward them. The bunny's not sitting still, right? The bunny is hopping forward in a particular direction, because it has the foresight to see the path. I want to say, I mean, maybe that's giving a bunny too much credit. Do they really know what they're moving toward? The message here is that there's movement. There's discernment. There's following one's intuition. There's discernment that the everyday is distracting. And there's a call here to move toward the things that are deeper and more important. Move toward them slowly but surely. Be able to make some steps. the step, because there's other things you have to manage for practical reasons, that's going to exist. This sort of, but having an awareness of managing the everyday, but still putting sight on the thing that's important. And being able to make small but steady movements toward that thing that's important. And the sabotaging energy is lessened by a shift in focus. It can't, the sabotaging energy of the devil energy here, it cannot sabotage you if you're aware of it and you see it. If you're aware of it and its tendency to drag you down, then that's how you overcome it, and that's how you get out of that cycle. Can we have some more advice for group number 1? Now that group number 1 is aware of the sabotaging energy, what can... Okay. Oh, the Knight of Swords strikes me as, if you look closely, he's incredibly determined. This isn't in the expression here. You see that, and you're not, you see the sabotaging energy, and you're not going to let it stop you. You still might have to manage it, but you're not going to let it stop you. The Page of Cups. Yeah, look deep and let your emotions help guide you to the path that feels right for you, because you may have multiple choices in front of you. You may have so many choices you don't really know how to make a step forward, but allow that sense of inner knowing to come through. Allow yourself to be able to quiet the mind. Potentially a meditation practice will be helpful here, or getting in nature. Whatever helps you to feel at ease and allow those higher messages, those messages from your higher self to be able to present themselves. I think that's all I have for you today, group number 1. I hope this message was helpful. Please give me a like and subscribe if you resonated with what you heard here today. And please check out the Fifth Rabbit Studios. The website will be in the description box, and I hope to see you back for another reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. You chose the ear and the Sodalite crystal. Can we have a message? What does group number 2 need to know? What does the universe need to let group number 2 know? We just needed an extra shuffle here before the oracle card comes out. What's this one? Lorelei. Okay. Beautiful. The theme of blues here and her mermaid's tail. Can we have more? What does group number 2 need to know? Do one more shuffle here. Prudence. I want to get a second one of these. Let's see. I really feel like the one on the bottom was calling me. Okay, excuse me. Not that light again. Okay, we have some messages. Wow. This this card, so I was telling group number 1, showed itself twice during the pre-shuffle process. It came out for group 1, and here it is again for you. I have more messages for group number. I feel like one back here wanted to be okay. Perhaps we'll get 2 more. Okay, I want to start actually with Calliope, and the message understand the origin of your sadness. Understand the origin of your sadness. There's something very there's a situation here that you're not able to see your way out of. In the Lorelei card, the mermaid has the anchor, has a hold of the anchor. So the passengers of this ship are not in control. That feels like a similar energy here to the 8 of Swords. And you have this beautiful card of the ear. I think it's striking to me how it has throat chakra colors. These rich blues. That says throat chakra to me, and I think that's interesting to talk about here. When obviously the card is calling us to listen. This is a sign to stop and to listen. And in order for one, throat chakra is about communication, about verbalizing, but communicating in other ways, written, physical communication. Any type of communication is throat chakra energy. But one can't effectively communicate if one hasn't tuned in to listen. Listen carefully to the details. Listen to the details and listen to the energy of what's happening around you. The figure in the 8 of Swords has an option. Being blindfolded, there's still the option to hear. Perhaps stepping in the water can give a sound that helps to guide her feet and find places to step out of this mess. There's potentially a message of, this sounds like an odd message to deliver, but maybe it's actually better to not see all these potential swords. Find the true nature of your sadness. Perhaps it's not these swords that are actually giving this sense of hopelessness, because the swords actually aren't harming her. What potentially is causing the uncertain energy here is a lack of control, a lack of control by not being able to see the path or feel the path. There's a call to listen, to perceive in a different way. Do you need to change the way in which you are perceiving what's around you? So the Prudence card is about silence. And through silence, one can better hear. The Queen of Cups card, one can interpret this as she may be getting intuitive messages from this fancy cup, as it were. The message here is to get still and listen, but listen in a different way. There may be energies trying to sabotage you, who may want, I feel as though you have a gift, talent, and there may be people who might want to take advantage of that. So listening very carefully in your interactions can help you to identify truths that you may have previously missed. There's the sort of, I'm not sure exactly the origin of this saying, but one should listen twice as much as one speaks. One can't communicate effectively or know how to communicate in a particular situation without first having very closely listened. Let's get some advice for you. Can we have more information? What does group number 2 need to know to navigate this? This is about continuing to work on your craft, but not listen to the talk about it. I isn't necessarily how that card's always, coming through, but in the context here, the World card. And the World card, there's four directions represented in the World card. It is potentially about Sorry for that short interruption. The World card has 4 directions in it, and it's potentially coming out to call your attention to more than one direction, because there may be position this in a different way, that way we can see the World card. There may be important things to listen to in multiple areas when there's a tendency to focus on just one. This may be about opening up your awareness in ways that you previously hadn't seen. And I did accidentally see the Fool card. I didn't mean to do that, but there it is. It seems to me that the sun is what's important in that card. That sun is shining brightly, yet the Fool, it's illuminating the Fool's path, but the Fool's looking up and not at the path. It's like opening your awareness to what you can perceive. It seems to be, again, what's coming out. Can we have any more information for group number 2? Two of Wands. Again, that seems to be bringing awareness to something that something in your vicinity that you need to perceive, but you're not perceiving. Can we have any more guidance for group number 2? The Six of Cups. Okay. Well, Six of Cups strikes me as sort of a community energy. The Star card. Let's do that. So, the advice here is to allow yourself to be seen while perceiving. As you open up to your community and allow yourself to be seen, you will actually have more opportunities to see and perceive. You'll have more light shining on your surroundings so that you can then find the path. Very, very interesting message, because we were talking about being able to have silence and to be able to listen and perceive what's going on around us. But part of your advice for doing that is to put yourself out there into a greater, larger community and to be seen more, and that gives you more opportunities to listen, to observe, to take in, and your path will slowly be illuminated. Group number 2, I hope this was a helpful message for you today. If you resonated with the reading, please give me a like and subscribe. I'd love to have you back for another reading. And please do check out the Fifth Rabbit Studios for any visual art or marketing needs you may have. And I hope to see you back for another reading. Thank you. Bye. Hello and welcome, group number 3. You chose the mushroom and the Lepidolite crystal. Let's find out what the universe wants you to know at this time. The perfect key. I have more messages for group number 3. What do they need to know at this time? Jupiter. More of these. It's this one. And Mars. You've got 2 planets. That's really interesting. Okay. We have more information for group number 3. I think it's this one. The 2 of Pentacles. That one wanted to be seen too. Page of Cups. Yeah, I'm feeling that as well. What is that? The High Priestess. Maybe 2 more. Oh, we've got 2 queens here. Okay. Okay, I took a moment to look up in astrological terms what the relationship between Mars and Jupiter is. And this could be really significant to your reading because Jupiter is a planet that represents wisdom, growth, expansion, and Mars is more of a planet of action, of conflict, and is very high energy. So when the 2 are square of each other, and that creates conflict between expanding ideas and action, and that doesn't really jive very well. But when they're together, when they're conjunct in the sky, the 2 energies combine to be able to really take forward action on new ideas and where you want to go. And that actually feels similar to me as the energy of the perfect key, about an internal search for what is the key to your heart. Perhaps there's like a whole web of options, and once you've found the right one, that's like Jupiter and Mars becoming conjunct and being able to move forward with intensity. It's like when these 2 things meet and come together, they're not being opposed to each other anymore. Mushrooms grow in colonies, right? And often their root structures are all connected underground. That feels to me to be representative of the web of reality. That seems to really give this sense of there's multiple paths, multiple ways of existing within the world. But when Mars and Jupiter come together with an energy, because that particular path has been found, that seems like very in the spirit of Lepidolite as well. This is a great crystal for enhancing the dream time, dream recollection, accessing Akashic records. That all is really reminding me of this web, this underlying fabric of reality. And there's so many paths. There's so many paths to choose. Yet in finding the right path, that opens you up. It's like opening a gateway to move forward in your life. That's a very cool energy. So Mars and Jupiter were conjunct in August of 2024. So was there something that came together at that point in time for you that started to lead you down a path that is feeling like it's a heart-led path? The High Priestess can be a guide through that. That feels like having the wisdom to discern that the path you're on is truly the right one. Queen energy means you've made really good choices to lead you to this key. So, and you have Page energy here. Page is a very new energy. So it feels to me Group 3, it feels like you found the key. You feel like this indeed is the right path. You see it feels right, but you may be a little bit stuck in knowing how to move that forward. That's where that Mars energy wants to come in. That Mars energy can represent action. Yet the Page is telling me, the Page is kind of knows has a vague idea of the path, but isn't necessarily exactly sure how to start moving down that path. Let's see. Can we have some advice for group number 3 on how to move? Not sure what that is. Let's see. Felt like very Mars energy, very decisive. The way these cards. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. These definitely were in reverse. This is a little bit sideways. Let's just see. It was kind of in reverse. You're getting reverse cards. Why is that happening? Fool energy also feels very like you're at the beginning of this and you might not be seeing the path just yet. Okay, group 3. Do you know what path you want to take, but how to actually take the path is, you're in a little bit of a muddle here. That was wild that we've got 4 cards in reverse after the Fool. Oh, a partnership you thought you'd be moving it down this path with is no longer an option for you. Feels a bit Two of Cups is a relationship card, and it's a very positive relationship card, a very equal some relationship, and this may be more of an employment or a business venture. It could be a relationship, and the type of relationship this is may be different for different people watching this group. But there's a relationship that you thought you'd be moving forward with. A judgment happened, a decision was made. Your sight toward the future is now clouded, and your ability to be in this King energy is now you're not able to see it. The King of Pentacles energy is abundance, is success. You're not able to see it. Okay, we need to get information for how you can gain some clarity on your next game. Need to gain clarity on this. How do you see this clearly and move forward? Can we have some good, now that we're understanding this fully, good advice for how to move? Four of Swords. Temperance. And I'm feeling this one. This seems to be a call to stillness. I want to say it's okay to let something rest that is tied to this relationship. Let it, feeling like this is a I don't want to say a skill. Is this a method of doing something, or something that you thought you were having to carry forward, and it's just saying it's okay to let that rest? Let's give things time to settle and rebalance. The Ten of Pentacles. This is interesting because this is showing up for your advice, although this might be where you'd like to go in this abundant Ten of Pentacles energy. You need to go somewhere and be seen. Allow things to balance, but go somewhere and be seen and explore new potential relations. This feels like going to a market or a festival or some place where there could be like-minded individuals for you to meet. Sometimes pentacles can represent not monetary wealth, but artistry. Pentacles may be things people have created. It could be like, I'm feeling more of like an energy, like an arts fair or a crafts fair. And this is a very positive energy. It's a very social energy. But some old way of doing things needs to be put on hold and allow you to explore new ways of doing things. Is there any more advice that group number 3 needs for how to move forward and see their path more clearly? What's this? There could be a new way of doing things that feels exciting to you and worth exploring, and this is like a permission to do that. To let this old way, I think it's more of a way of thinking or process. Is there a redefining of the way in which you approach career? Yeah, this is like a giving permission to walk away from an old way of doing things, and you're walking toward a new way of doing things. And there's something, if you get invited to something, say yes, because it may allow you to have connections, to build new. This feels like new opportunities for creative partnerships is what this feels like to me. It may give you new ideas, new ways of doing things. Yeah, this is just permission for you to say, it's all right. I built up this experience. I have all this knowledge. Now I need to let that simmer and settle, and I need to explore new ways to implement that knowledge or those skills, those talents. And only you can form your own path and the path that's right for you, but it doesn't mean that others that you might encounter along the way, they might have bits of wisdom or inspire you in a new way that you hadn't seen before. So this is an opportunity to balance what you have, balance your this feels like thought processes. Let it settle. And by letting it settle, that may give you room. That may give you room to allow in some fresh new ideas that will feel exciting, and follow those new threads, those new ideas, because you may find that those threads actually lead you where you knew you needed to go, but you need a little bit more to get there. Group number 3, I hope this was a helpful reading for you today. If you resonated, please give me a like and subscribe, and I welcome you again to check out the Fifth Rabbit Studios for any digital marketing, or art needs. And I hope to see you back for another reading. Bye.